They'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things off.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Steven Nelson. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It did lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
2nd and 7 at the 34-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Roethlisberger going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21.
But to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline, and now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
Here we go.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Here we go. 180! I'm coming after you! Go, Mike 50!
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Charles, I don't know what's going on in that defensive team meeting room, but they better keep it rolling. 3 picks last week, 2 here now in the first quarter.
Everyone talks about creating turnovers and getting takeaways, but until it gets put into action, it's just talk. And right now, it's in action and in a big way. Now they've got the receivers wondering if they have to turn around and play more defense instead of running routes trying to take the ball downfield.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Good solid gain on 1st down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 30-yard line.
All right, now. Black 30.
Mike 54. I got one.
Middle.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Roethlisberger. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Solid, 5 down.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. Here's Samuels. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. This ball brought in by the rookie from Toledo, Deontay Johnson. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll be a loss of 1, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Here we go, here we go. 180.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. D Ford gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now. Has the carry. It does not. It's no good. Boswell signed to a 4-year deal prior to last season, but he struggled a little bit.
Yeah, do you think that they saw 13 of 20 when they signed him to a 4-year deal?
Not at all.
He needs a big bounce back in 2019 if he wants to see the end of that contract.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
So they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo throwing the out route incomplete. It's Goodwin. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
A gain of 4 brings up 3rd and
The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down.
Get that quarterback at all costs.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup.
Here we go. 180.
Coming to you. Check it back. Check it back.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Coleman, and the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
3 bucks.
On 2nd down now. It's Coleman, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Here we go. Like 20.
Here we go.
6.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end. And this is going to be intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning it into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reaction to those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. To throw here, Roethlisberger. Wide open receiver, complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The tackle by Eric Armstead.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check 3.
50. Show that bench release and go. Go.
Here's Roethlisberger. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. If you're a lover of offense, this has not been the half for you thus far. Luckily for me, though, I'm sitting next to a lover of defense, and we have had plenty of that, including that interception.
Yeah, and I mean, that still makes it a great game, doesn't it? Everybody talks about if the ball's not in the end zone and points going up on the board, it's not as much fun. I love these defensive battles. Something's got to give with these turnovers. Who can convert them into points?
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, a 22. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. George Kittle, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
Don't let him breathe. Play that tight deep. Don't let him breathe, defense.
Stay hot. Stay hot.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. Flush to his right. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Garoppolo to throw on 3rd and 1. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Here we go.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. He's going to let this go for the end. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Niners are able to cash in for 6. Gold with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. after the touchdown. It's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
A reminder, coming up later tonight, a lot of buzz about this game. The Browns, they've been doing some travel. Back-to-back primetime games for them. Monday night they were in New York. Now the Browns head to Los Angeles to take on the NFC champs, Browns and Rams, an 8:20 kickoff Eastern time, 5:20 in California. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Roethlisberger will throw. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
And the Steelers first down.
Roethlisberger now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. Play action. Now Roethlisberger. He's going to sling this deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Johnson the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It moves to 2nd and 10.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll try and run with their fullback. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. So we've reached halftime with just the lone touchdown here. 7-0 is our score. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the 2nd half. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 23 yards, the final tally. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. They'll run with Samuels, and he'll get across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
A good solid game there on 1st down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
At the Niners' 48-yard line.
180.
From just shy of midfield, Roethlisberger. And that's going to be incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, but now it's 3rd down.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
Because they have, you're right, they have had no room to breathe. On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. They're able to locate Wilson. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Roethlisberger now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Juju Smith-Schuster. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Boswell good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 23. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Coleman has it here right side.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Justin Lane, the rookie from Michigan State. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They go again with Scott. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, sometimes a thing of beauty.
Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. James Washington, his 1st touchdown of the new season. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4.
Let's go! Let's go! At their own 20-yard line.
Here we go.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
11.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Right there, 54, right there, 54. Easy.
On 2nd and 1, Roethlisberger. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Juju Smith-Schuster with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 23. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. It's caught by Coleman. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Slam.
Garoppolo on first down. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack.
Was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Justin Lane, the rookie from Michigan State. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be taken very short. And a nice job there on special teams as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
He don't want it.
They begin the drive with Coleman. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo sliding out of the pocket. They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to have a 3rd down. Here's Garoppolo to throw. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 18 yards there and a first down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On first down, Garoppolo completes it to Coleman. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when and told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. On second down, it's Coleman. And he'll get it down this time to the 17.
Here we go.
I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
And I'm not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, they want to ride him down the stretch. He should have fresh legs.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now it's the backup Lauletta. And he will find his receiver Pettis for a 49ers touchdown. Dante Pettis, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the 49ers get a score closer. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. On the carry, this is Scott. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Off the play fake. Here's Roethlisberger. They'll find a man over the middle. It's Washington. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. This is where, 4th quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
Well, you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering whether they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Roethlisberger to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 25. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to avoid in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Garoppolo on the screen. This is Coleman. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 16 yards, a 1st down. But correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute off.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack.
Yeah, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get him. And a big loss here as he's taken down. T.J. Watt able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Stephon Tuitt. The offensive line is in tatters as that's now 3 sacks in 3 plays. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And from their own end zone, it's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And my goodness, that means this next drive will begin 4 yards from the end zone already. Offense back out now for 1st and goal after the successful fake. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal.
Let's go, D. Whip, 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 whip. Watch the Knickers. 66. Flag and turn.
They'll keep it on the ground. Scott. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got it 3rd and goal here as they try to finish off their victory. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And a big loss here as he's taken down. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This to make it a 3-score game late. Boswell's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. 180! 55. Here we go, D. 65, 65.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking it.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the rookie first-rounder from Michigan, Devin Bush. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10.
We ain't giving them nothing.
And we'll see if the defense wants to stop it as they take the knee.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11. At their 48-yard line.
54 Mike. I don't even know why this team showed up.
And they'll take a knee as the clock runs under a minute to play. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. They go down to a knee and a sigh of relief as they are into the win column for the first time this year. And you know they enjoyed taking that knee because they're now going to be 1-2 instead of 0-3. And psychologically, that's a big difference early in the season.
It certainly is. It's a big barrier breaker because you get to 0-3, you're not thinking playoffs. At 1-2, you still believe that you're going to be a playoff team.
Yeah, you feel you got some hope on your side. 0-3, things start to look pretty bleak. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the Steelers, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they will head back home.